the B site early. Bomb is in. So we've got some lurkers though. We'll see what they're up to. But Insani will be moving back to retake with his teammates, going fishing through the smoke. Nothing doing so far. XANTARES has got a good angle. Quick exchange. Nothing lethal just yet though. You can see Calyx waiting for a flanker, which may never come. In the meantime, that smoke has to go before the action really hots up. We've got flashes being held by the CT side as well. And here comes the swing. So far, so good. Wicadia doing what he can, but only woxic and Calyx remain now. 2-on-3 for Eternal Fire. That bomb continues to tick. Safe's got a defuse kit, and now Calyx is alone. Bad range for the Glock as well, and Brennezan will put him out of his misery.
Now they do have to deal with this full gun round from Eternal Fire. See woxic pick up the SG when he can't afford the AWP. He's done the same here for that scope at range. Meanwhile at ramp, players already passed and Brennezan wasn't ready for them.
Oh, he went back to the well one too many times there. Drop holding a tight angle. Good headshot opportunity for him, but it won't work in his favor on this occasion. 5-on-3 for Eternal Fire. This is a great start to round 4 for them. Plenty of time as well to exploit these CTs who need to find a way back into this round. Risks have to be taken, be it a gamble stack on one bomb site or a daring push. They stand and wait. Their odds aren't good for them. And Sani gets caught out, and that will be the round over. To be collected, I wasn't expecting Drop to come through with that P250. And this is not going the way Eternal Fire were expecting. The big gun taken down. Calyx and Major remain. Still winnable for Eternal Fire, although I do wonder about their chances. Split for the moment as the bomb is collected. 45 seconds on the clock. Major's got a good angle, hoping to be given something. A misstep from MIBR. But they're basically playing a reactive game as they will feel very vulnerable as well.
Insani looking for the first contact, but he hasn't spotted Major, and that means Safe could be in trouble. Nice headshot connected. Major trying to transfer up top. Calyx looking to help, but he's just going to have to get that bomb down. And another nade kill for Eternal Fire. They're bringing this back.
Can't reach that rifle yet. That's a great trade. Insani took one for the team. Protect the VIP. Drop 17 HP. Has to be quick. He's got to land a headshot. Major will make it very, very difficult. Just one bullet anywhere required for Major. But Drop has to find his face. Drop's carrying a kit also. Smoke on the bomb. Conceded his position. It'll be easy at the end for Major, who gets his first kills in the round. Still in the lead by 1, MIBR. The guns are back out once again. Utility is reasonable. They may rely on dragging this round out with these smoke grenades. Can he find an angle in Insani? Looks like he can. Looking for the trade fragger, collecting woxic as well. Major's got a tough job here. He's carrying the bomb. If he goes for a duel and loses, that could be the round. Walking into a trap because there's exit to collect him immediately. A great trade. Now XANTARES has got oh so much work to do, but that's a weird gap in the smoke, and that jump is enough for XANTARES. The robot is back. 1-on-4, made 3. Over a minute on the clock for XANTARES to find some more isolated fights. You can see how far back Safe is playing, but he's been seen as well. 41 HP. It's a terrifying game. Net is closing, beeps the herd. Drops in position as well. Brennezan coming in from the back, but who peeks first? There's Safe drops. XANTARES not expecting Brennezan from the stairs though. Too many man on road. CT secure another one.
Same time though, MIBR have been very sticky on ramp. They're not giving it up for free. So Eternal Fire have got to consider that if they want to go for this ramp control.
Combi of the smoke clear with HP. Didn't quite work out there for Brennezan. He conceded his position. XANTARES doesn't need to see him in the moment. Oh, Drop didn't realize Wicadia could be so close, and this is going to be an expensive round for MIBR. They are surrounded on this A-bomb site. People on the ramp, people on the side. Oh, Safe is just sending it, elevated over the smokes. They knew Wicadia was there. They gave that one away for free. I don't know what else there is to pursue in this round now for MIBR. They can't afford these losses. Oh, they're lining up for Insani. He's found 2 so far, 2 on 3. That bomb's not even planted just yet. He's buying time with the incendiary as well.
I'm so surprised they came back to B here after all those kills on A. Insani might have given his team a chance now.
Gave his teammate the flashes to come in and swing. He spots XANTARES, but the trade is instant. woxic coming to life now, finally. Exactly when he needs to. Does exit know? woxic's the only man on the site, but Wicadia's rotated pretty quickly, actually. Running distraction with those shots through the smoke. He finds woxic, but can't finish him off.
Instead, Insani turns it into a double kill, makes it way closer than expected. Either way, MIBR's buy is a little awkward into this round, and here comes the push. Major knows there are players around him. It's so awkward, but it's XANTARES and Wicadia with those entries again.
That is the personification of a disaster for MIBR. They have no money if they lose this round, but Insani had something to say, but it was brief. You never know with him. When he starts spraying, normally people start falling. On this occasion, it will be him. 2 on 4 for MIBR. They need a miracle. They need an individual performance if they're to find anything in this round. Safe with the French gun, finds one. That'll be that for him. Does he go for it? Everybody's got no money anyway. So let's see what Exit chooses to do. Alrighty, Major. Monsieur. Climbing up the kill feed. There's definitely XANTARES and Wicadia in the lead for the squad. Again, Wicadia, a man who is making a name for himself from game to game for Eternal Fire. Very enjoyable to watch as well. In just the amount of confidence he has with the one-taps, when he knows just one tap is required. Extra style points for him. Good execute on the bomb site. Wall of smoke so common on a bomb site, which is not very wide. Here on VERTIGO. Saw a lot of that yesterday as well. A lot of smoke required to try and defuse the bomb also. Common story on VERTIGO A bomb site. Lacking in horizontal depth. Exit, my friend. You are in trouble.
Oh, and it is the Major ace, not the Asia mace. Yeah, ace from Major. We haven't had many aces. You have to be ready on this angle. Wow, apparently Drop has to be ready. Wicadia is already up into the sandbags.
Round after round, MIBR are just getting caught by Eternal Fire. I think they know they can take liberties just going for these aggressive peaks and catching MIBR off guard time and again, but this time MIBR seem to be holding for the time being at least. Perhaps now the round was finally slowed down. Maybe not, because Major's dueling in CT spawn, but Insani wins that duel. 4v2 makes things significantly difficult for Eternal Fire now, on the cusp of tying the score.
They know Insani's that B anchor though, so they realize the B site is likely clear and they're at least going to get the bomb down.
That they will. Utility will force them from their positions to some degree. woxic covering the back of Calyx, but who's got the stairs in the meantime? That'll be a concern as this continues. 2 flashes in the hands of Exit, one for woxic as well. That counter flash might be well timed. Calyx finds 2 and makes it real easy for woxic. Where is that last player though? Brennazan, there he is, and he makes it look simple.
Wow. That could be a lot of fun in the post plant. There is a smoke for Eternal Fire though.
Oh boy. This, I'm expecting...
How many are used on this site take? Sometimes you can use 2, one for quad, one for the site. Really lowers the positions, and if they've spotted Wicadia there, he could get mollied if he's not careful.
Is there going to be anywhere to stand? Oh, here come 2 of them. How do you respond to this? Well, Wicadia's got a certain idea. Maybe MIBR don't break ground on this bomb site. Brennazan's got other ideas though. 2 back for him, 3 on 3 now. The plan has been executed, but a bomb has not been planted just yet. Smokes are up, time to get that down urgently. Safe moves into position. And they wait. Major's got a smoke. There's no kit for these 3 players. But they're all here. These Glocks at close range now will have plenty of opportunity to land some headshots. A quick reload as Brennazan tries to cover, shows some shoulder. Calyx is dropped in isolation, but Major will get some revenge, and suddenly it's dropping. A 1 versus 2. Needs to isolate these fights, needs to land the headshots. Needs to not be static. He is dancing left and right. There's the first and the second. Wonderful work from him. Isolates the fights and takes the pistol. Where are you going, mate? Wicadia, just as aggressive as he was on the T side. Getting those early picks on MIBR, he will do exactly the same on the CT side as well. That man has freedom.
Saw XANTARES and Wicadia working together a lot on ramp on the T side. Now they're going to do it on the CT side as well. And that has to be a scary position to try and take if you are MIBR. So maybe they'll look elsewhere. Insani having a look towards B. Major currently has a smoke in hand. He's just looking for information and then to drop that smoke down to delay. Still no nades being set up by MIBR. Finally a smoke pulled out, but look at that timing from Eternal Fire. That'll make MIBR second guess this. They might face the smoke. Looks like they're trying to get a little cheeky here, but they don't have a flash to pop through. They're just gonna run through instead.
Calyx will collect the first one, but maybe the trades will be worth it. They're on the bomb site now in a 3-on-3. They've got 2 smokes as well, MIBR. And XANTARES and woxic are taking heavy damage, but they've got exit for it. And now Safe is alone. Being very careful, MIBR. They've got to keep their numbers up if they are to swarm on the bomb site. Doing nothing just yet, but how do they get into position to use these grenades? They've got a few flashes, but those smokes and mollies, you know, will be to post up on the bomb site. It's on a fire, moving into slightly more defensive angles. Silence on VERTIGO, just the ambient sound. MIBR start to make their way forward. They've got those angles now if they want to execute on the bomb site, but it will be flashes and a swing. woxic trying to defend. He's got help from XANTARES as well, but here comes that utility. Although there's none left for MIBR, and it might not be enough for them to get the space they want to make a bomb plant here. 4 CTs versus the 3 of them. They have managed to get that plant, but at what cost? Down they fall 1 by 1, leaving Brennazan versus the world. They need to get more damage on these CTs. They've got to keep them spending their money. Major goes in first. XANTARES trades immediately, though. 3 standing at the end of the round as the score is tied.
Neither of these teams have played Monty yet, so we'll get a fresh matchup for that grand final. Either way, here is that ult from woxic, though. Talked about wanting more from him earlier. He has stepped it up in recent rounds. Now he might have a chance in this one. Wicadia and woxic both striking early.
That was the orb they didn't want to see. That's why they had to keep them spending money. That is a game changer. It was already looking somewhat difficult for them. Tall order now as woxic will just appear anywhere. 1 wrong shoulder peek and another player will be lost. Look how close he is there. Insani will be a good challenge for him, though. Wicadia falling back a bit. Does that compromise woxic's position? Indeed it does. Might be a relief for MIBR. Still trying to figure this out with only 3 players. That util again, that wall of smoke on the bomb site again. woxic's up close as Wicadia, low health, has picked up the orb. Brazen push through the smoke from woxic. They don't have enough people to cover all the angles.
This is a map we've already seen Eternal Fire play a good amount in this tournament. They've picked it whenever they can. They played it in the best of 1. We're starting to see why. It's been a very good map for them recently. And for MIBR, not the case. Big nade early onto Safe. Most players on pistols in this one for MIBR. Wicadia trying the same again. Let's leave him low on ammo. Wonder if MIBR will try and see if they can use that opportunity. Smoke up to the site, but second one finally landing. I'll try and see if they can get that bomb down.
woxic and that AWP again. Continue to rattle off. Wicadia boosted up. Target practice for the CTs. Although there's a chance for MIBR. 4 on 4 now. 3 of those 4 with Tech 9s. Can they swing and give space for Brennezan? He might need to pick up more than one. A lot of weight on the shoulders of that AK-47. Oh dear, okay. No harm done. Brennezan will be the point man then. He's the one without armor, one of the 2. That diffuse is coming in that smoke, trying to find an angle, but they won't get there. Bomb diffused in the smoke, a turn of fire, keep on rolling.
For MIBR.
They're only 3 rounds behind. I say only. They doesn't feel like they've been close to winning one recently. A save for New York will be a promising start for them as woxic is dropped immediately. An early advantage for them. Something to hold on to for MIBR. Some encouragement will be good. This may force more urgent use of this last utility for Eternal Fire. 2 smokes remaining for the squad. Double HE is avoided by Major. He sees the presence around the bomb site. What can he do about it though? Can't stay here forever. Dry peaks it will be. This is good info. However, maybe false info because Insani's right below him. And then there were 3. Plenty of time for MIBR as well.
Yeah, 45 seconds remaining. Should be enough for them to decide which site they want to hit. As for Eternal Fire, they're taking a risk here. They're stacking towards this A site. Some utility on B, but it is this A play. Wicadia comes close to a lineup, but there are the kills right back from MIBR. Smoke is up. Major should be safe. He's even flashed in for a little bit of info. There's a player behind that smoke, though, that wasn't spotted. Either way, doesn't look like we'll get any fights early on here.
Still 3 smokes for Eternal Fire. Footsteps will be heard. Utility is spread amongst the team of MIBR. Again, it does look like they may lean into this smoke execute on the A bomb site. The 2 mollies as well.
I thought XANTARES might keep this nade to try and wipe the smoke, but it looks like he's going to use it early instead. If those smokes are to come in, that still seems undecided. 30 seconds left here. MIBR need to figure out what their end goal is.
Yeah, it seems that short A smoke with 38 seconds on the clock may have thwarted their plan and forced them back to this bomb site.
Calyx is so alone, though.
It doesn't catch Insani. That is a big loss, and they've really got to think about how much they want to throw at this. If woxic goes down, that might be the round. The smoke will keep him alive for now. Drops position, though, is good, but look at them falling on both sides. With 5 HP, there's no bomb plant. They'll win by timeout. Got to focus on the opportunities here, though. That's a big frag for exit. 4 on 4. Good for the T side. Minutes 30 on the clock. Plenty of time for them. That trade is crucial.
It is Insani out of the round for MIBR.
You need a lozenge, mate?
Might. With how this game's going. Group up for MIBR. As if Eternal Fire go for an information play, they will spot that everywhere else on the map is clear, but it is MIBR about to move, and look at this crossfire at mid. This could be deadly.
XANTARES is just out here in an off angle, but Brennezan says no. Delivering when he really needs to. Backs to the wall for MIBR. HE's into CT. Wicadia threatening to do something devastating. He may just win around a good line up for him, but he gets nothing from it. woxic versus 4. You know where he is. Run away. That could have significant impact on the outcome of this round. And where is woxic? On the A-bomb site, where all of MIBR are headed.
So hard for him to do anything, though. If those smokes come up, he has no nades and an AWP. It's unlikely he's going to be able to slow MIBR down if they approach this A site.
We've seen diffusers in that smoke before. They don't always have the angles they're looking for post-plant MIBR. They have the numbers, though. They need to keep that short area. Indeed, the utility will be here. There's double HE potential for Eternal Fire. 30 seconds on the clock. Calyx will deploy the first one. Good damage there. There's the second. X6 still stands, though.
Look at the smokes MIBR still have, though. They've still got a couple. They could really try and stall out this retake attempt.
Leave an angle for safe, and he will deliver. 3 remain. Hot flash. Eternal Fire. This may be death by paper cuts with all this util, but safe may put him out of their misery with that AWP. Going a bit closer now. Wicadia, 1 versus 2. They can play the bomb, they can play the beats now, and finally having a look down to the 1v1. Drop just needs to wait a few seconds, and then surely it'll be too late. We are going to overtime. MIBR did it the hard way. They are not out of Vertigo yet.
Delivers on the first. Insani able to trade, but that just allows woxic back into the angle. Solid trades early there for Eternal Fire.
This is where MIBR have struggled. Safe doesn't know how close Wicadia is. He's got the info that he's fishing on the ramp. Are they going to give him something here? And just to get a single peek out of it. They had all the info, but failed to punish. And with a minute on the clock, you wonder what MIBR could do at this point. Trying to organize a double peek there. Second peek never really happened.
And now Eternal Fire will be so spread across the map. In a 3-on-3, it's hard to work together. woxic currently that pillar on the B bomb site, but there's a lot of utility coming his way.
Oh, Major gets the flash just in time. Now knows that there's 2 people at worst on the B bomb site. Are those good odds, good enough odds for woxic? He's playing defensive for now. The angles in mid are compromised. He has to focus on that, but with 7 seconds on the clock, he's creeping around these smokes. Can he find exit in time? It's a very deep smoke, but he has! He caught him, and it's another round they win by timeout. woxic with daylight robbery, a drive-by.
And that smoke a little. Wicadia, low on health, decides to tuck in. Drop still, maybe considering it. Wicadia can't really emerge around that corner, though. He can't take the fight. Otherwise, he would just show himself so early. They might overlook him entirely.
Ah! Oh, there's a team kill. Doesn't really matter either way. I think a frag was coming. 3-on-3, made 2 as Calyx falls around the A bomb site. Which way to go then? Bombs on the rotation. woxic waits. Orb's been lost for the time being. Some good util collected with that molly. 2-on-3, still doable for Eternal Fire. Slow pace from MIBR will give time for Major to get into position. Exit and Brennezan have got to be real careful with their health.
Oh boy. Look at this flank. This could be absolutely everything. No bomb plant yet. 10 seconds. This is so uncomfortable for MIBR.
Oh,
how the hell do they get it down?
80!
It's done. All Major has to do is survive. They run low on the time again. Now they're onto the T side. Let's see if anything changes. Look at Major up early. Oh, that's a great start for them. He didn't spot that second man, but didn't take any shots towards him. Drop could be in trouble. Down to 7 health. And he's not going to get away.
He's still in trouble.
Oh.
They all are. Wicadia is back. If you needed a reminder of how savage Eternal Fire were with the early frags on the T side, well, here you go. Desperate times for MIBR. Missed opportunities on their own T side leave them wanting, lacking, desperate on their CT side. This game is slipping away from them. And for this round, I'm not sure there's anything they can do.
Fast one again. Mid being prepared.
Oh, the grenades. They've got so much mileage now. Save doing what he can. There's the transfer that was needed, a trade frag rather. 3 remain for turn of fire. Those are quite some punctures. They've got some interesting map control. However, MIBR have the numbers to hold, but they line up for woxic, and that changes everything. He's between CTs to some degree, but he's got an open bomb site. Major, what a masterful position. And Sani absolutely helpless, safe left in the clutch. He's got a smoke and a molly. Maybe he can find himself a 1v1 in that regard. Gotta act quickly though. At least we'll commit to this one. That might be his best opportunity. Eternal Fire are posting up for the angles, and that's gonna be that.